I got a welder. Do I know how to weld? No. Do I know what I'm doing? No. Do I have someone to teach me? No. But I bought stuff. This is a titanium 170 MIG welder from Harbor Freight, of course. I got a welding table so I can weld on and practice. Essentially just for practice, because the rest of it's gonna be on the frame. But I got this, got some safety stuff, welding helmet, and I basically just watched a YouTube video of what to do. And that's my experience welding. I haven't even plugged it in yet. This is literally gonna be my first weld. We're gonna get to see me setting it up by watching a 5-minute YouTube video. Oh geez, this magnet's really on there. I got this thing. Oh, and I'm not using the MIG function to learn. I'm using flux core. So I got 2 pieces of steel, and I'm literally just gonna clamp it to the table and go do a line, probably dozens of lines. I'm also using a new mic, so we'll see how that picks up. But I got this jacket because, well, I like how it looks. It's a welding jacket because I don't want to mess up my jackets, and I want to make sure there's no pockets or anything, because I've heard that's the thing. The splatter and stuff can get into your pockets and grooves and burn holes, and it's not fun. So I got a welding jacket. I don't have welding pants. I got welding gloves, and I got this welding helmet, which I also have to figure out because it's got settings like delay and sensitivity and shade and a grind mode. Is grinding bright? You clearly can see I don't know anything. But yeah. Hey, it works. I also found out I do have a 240 volt outlet in this garage, so I'm going to be using 240 volt because that's what most welders are going to be designed to be used with. And I am practicing on 1/8 inch steel, which shouldn't be an issue either way, but let's try and do it somewhat right, regardless of the fact that I don't have gas. Ooh, peel. So this opened up. Don't use this video to learn how to weld. There's plenty of better YouTube videos. Let's see. Material thickness 240. So we're going to be using this side. We're going to be using, I know you can't see anything. Let me move you closer. What are you doing? So you got this. This is a 240 volt. This is 120. So we're going to be sticking to this. We're going to start on the 3/16 because I don't want to accidentally stay too long on one side and burn straight through it. I don't think I will, but you know, I have both, so may as well try on that. And the 1/8 inch I'm going to use for the corner welding anyway. I'm going to be using 30 thou wire, but it's not solid wire, it's flux core. So 30 thou flux core, and 30 thou flux core. It actually doesn't have settings for 3/16. That's good to know. So I got this extension cable for the welder, and I found out that this plug that's out here is also a 4-prong. So I got a little adapter. So you got to go on the back here. There's a switch. It is on 240, and you click on. It's winding up. Oh, okay. Here we go. So what were my settings for? Wow, these dials are nice. You have a lot of control. I can go to like 251, 252. It's very sensitive though. So it's not like a click, click, click. You can adjust it all the way. Voltage, 17, 18. And then 510 inductance, whatever that is. 5 to 10. Let's put it at 7. Sure. I don't know what inductance is at all. Now with the frame, the welding I'm doing on it I'm not re-welding the frame. It's not coming apart. I'm literally just reinforcing some of the spots that they skipped over because the welding on it is really patchy from factory. I do know posting your welds online, no matter how good they are, except when they're like a work of art essentially, you're gonna get a lot of people shitting on you, which is kind of my hope with this, because that'll be really funny. There you go. Okay, these pliers are nice. I get it now. You want to take this off, because at least some people said you do, and then feed the wire through, because then it won't get caught on that. So you just feed the wire through, and then you put this back on once the wire's here. And you're not going to hurt yourself, obviously. I feel like this is the same response that people get. Oh, I feel it on car batteries. Like, you can grab a car battery, you're not going to shock yourself. Same thing with this. Like, the negative and everything aren't hooked up. I'm actually unsure, like, if you hold the negative and you shock here, is it enough to travel through? The voltage and amperage is crazy high, so I would assume so. Don't do that. Wire's loaded. Settings are correct. I'm on 240. All right, so MIG, this is a MIG gun, or MIG, sorry, this is a MIG welder. And the one thing for flux core, the difference is these two have to swap for the polarity. So normally for MIG, this is for the welder itself, the gun is connected to positive, and then you have your negative right here. But for flux core, it's reversed. So this makes it easy. You just, boom, put the negative onto the positive, and then the gun itself will be on the negative. Now the polarity is correct. Let's see what we can do with the welding. So just keep that in line, just so it's sturdy. And this is mainly so I can get practice on using these clamps. You do not need to clamp it down this much at all. I'm going way overboard. Let's take our positive clamp for flux core. That goes there, right? Yeah. I got this anti-spatter spray that should keep this stuff nice and easy to clean off, and the spatter won't stick to everything. Where is my grinder? Don't actually remember. What did I do with it? My garage is actually fairly organized right now too. Like, is it in my toolbox? I don't remember putting it in here. This is a conundrum. It wouldn't be with that, would it? Well, there it is. It was in a cabinet that I haven't used in like half a year or more. Steel like this, I just got this from Home Depot essentially. It comes coated with this oil or thing, so it doesn't rust, you know. So you just want to clean it, get that gunk off. This also comes coated, but I'm not welding on that. Get it down to fresh metal. So this, yeah, see, it's like black. Get it down to fresh metal. So it's as clean as possible to give my first welds the best chance they're gonna have. They're gonna look awful anyway, but you know, can't hurt it. Directions. Apply your welding tips, nozzles, and diffusers to prevent spatter buildup and clogging. I've seen tons of people spray it on literally everything, so I can cover my whole table and stuff essentially. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm probably going to get tons of spatter everywhere. And this stuff you can spray on and it'll dry and you're good to go. So, obviously it doesn't do anything. But then, oh yeah, way too dark. Let's put the shade to 11. Let's try that. Cut that again. Because I just couldn't see anything. Okay. First bead. Nice. It doesn't look horrible. Okay. I got a chipping hammer, but I don't think I need it. Oh yeah. That is my first weld ever. And I could tell, this is kind of the first one I did. And you can see all the splatter around it. That's when I first did it and I couldn't see anything. This is when I kept going. And then right here, I actually got too far away or too close. I don't know if that or that is better. So I gotta do some research. But I noticed it was starting to like sputter out because I was too far away, and then I went closer and I did that. I am very happy with that. So I'm just gonna basically do this. I'm gonna just run lines back and forth until I get bored. Get used to staying consistent, having the correct distance. Because I started here and then I kind of think I went further away. So I gotta stay consistent. I gotta work on timing. I'm gonna try some motion, some back and forth, and we'll see what happens. Smoky. It's looking good. Looking very good. Solid. It's not sticking off. It's not all boogery and stuff. All right. Let's try some fancy stuff. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna try now going like this. I think I was going too slow there. It was definitely, you can see I slowed down because I was kind of experimenting with it. But it doesn't look too bad. This is definitely too skinny. I think I'm going too fast there actually, and that's better. That would make sense to me at least. Let's go again. Oh, my wire is actually the correct length this time. Okay, welding is fun. Okay, reapply spatter. Got it. I mean, it doesn't look horrible, right? I mean, that's good. That's good enough where I wouldn't even worry about grinding it. But I am very happy with that. Oh, maybe not grab it. Go. Add some more of that. Oh, I'm essentially holding my breath right now. I got a fan. I think right after this, I'm gonna set up this fan. I mean, it's starting to look consistent. The wire dragged my tip off there. So this is me going in loops just to see what it would look like. You know, it doesn't look great, but I would not mind my car looking like that for my welds. Okay, it's definitely jumping or sputtering because I'm getting too far, because I got closer and it immediately got better. Some things I am surprised I haven't done yet is weld the stick and just completely booger it up, because those are very common things to do, I think, and I'm sure I will at some point. The end of that, the wire started hitting my legs and I couldn't keep a consistent speed there anymore, but the beginning I was pretty good, I think. All right, there you go, first welds. Let that cool off before I can really touch it, because that I'm sure got very hot. Turn this welder off. There you go, that's welding. I didn't ruin my table, and I feel like I did a decent job. I mean, I didn't weld it to the table, so that's good. I'm sure I got plenty to learn, and it's going to take a while, and MIG is probably going to be a whole different animal than flux core. But if you want to get into welding, that's really all it is. Just, you can find a used cheap welder ready to go that does flux core on something like Facebook Marketplace and get started with it, and literally just start welding on a flat piece of metal. It doesn't matter what it looks like. You've never welded before. It makes sense. Yeah, but that's how you learn. And it is honestly very fun and very useful to have around the house. So look forward to having more stuff on the channel with welding, with the frame, and we're going to fix the holes in the ramp charger, and I'm sure we'll have other things like fixing stuff here and there. But leave a comment, tell me how I did, and if you liked it, like it. See you next time.